This live self-defense training video, we're going to be talking about the Perfect Prepper self-defense tool, which is the homemade self-defense walking stick. This is simply a dowel rod. This is 1.25 inch oak. You can get this oak, hickory, poplar. Get one of these for less than 10 bucks at any big box, what do we call those? Hardware stores. Lost my train of thought. But you can get a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of oil. The oil brings it back to life when they make these pieces of dowel rod, these wooden sticks. They send them to the store. They kiln dry it first so it's too brittle to use for self-defense. When you strike something with it, it'll break the stick. But if you oil it really well after you sand it very smooth, take you about a minute, and then get some oil on there, soak it really well, wipe it down with a rag, and then you have your homemade self-defense walking stick, also known as the Japanese Hanbo. Good morning, Lola, it's good to see you. So this is 36 inches. This is a standard size. You can cut it down if you need it to be a little bit shorter. You can get a 48-inch dowel rod and cut it down if you're really tall. But this is a pretty standard size. There are many ways you pick it up. Pick it up this way. You can now strike with it, thrust, shove. Those are all very effective self-defense tools. You can bring your hand down the back, lift and thrust with the short end. You can turn your hand over and strike. So a lot of things that you can do very simply, but I wanted to show you one simple move with the Hanbo. Hello, Elwin, it's good to see you. Welcome, Elwin from Colorado. Who else we have? We have Alan Cobb, good to see you, Alan. Justin, good afternoon. From here, in the back hand, I want you to think of lifting straight up. And the purpose of this is any strike that's coming to your center. Now, if someone's going to hit you or stab you, punch you, choke you, grab you, they're going for the middle of your body, right? So that's where a traditional upper block comes from in martial arts, or a traditional lower block, or a middle block, or a wrist block, a knife block. All these different blocks come from your center line out in all different styles of martial arts. Using the walking stick for self-defense, the perfect, when stuff hits the fan, the SHTF Perfect Prepper tool for self-defense, or the homemade walking stick, you simply bring it up. Your hand slides down the front and you're gonna come up right through your center. This is gonna be a very strong move for you. Your other hand is gonna come here in front. Now from this position, what's happening is that strike comes into your body, the stick, your self-defense walking stick is gonna intercept, stopping the attack. Once you have blocked the attack, you can then thrust, you can strike down over the top, you can bring it around, and extremely fast, hitting very hard, knocking somebody out, turning off their operating system for self-defense. From this motion to here, will happen very fast for you, and you're gonna be very strong in this technique because you're coming around your shoulder. Good morning, Matthew, it's good to see you. I guess it's afternoon here, it's morning wherever you are, or evening, but welcome everybody. It's good to see everybody. Who else we have? Patrick, it's great to see you. Welcome. In the backhand, you simply pull it up and think of going right above, staying in your center line, right above your head. It's one simple move to use with the Hanbo, the Japanese Hanbo. Now, you can add to the effectiveness of this technique, if there's time, by practicing stepping off to the side. So turning at an angle. So if I'm facing you, this is straight in, I bring it up here, moving back would not be a good idea. Don't ever move straight back. That gives them room to reach forward and hit you with maximum force. You either want to move in, that's what I like to do because it's very aggressive. If his punch is coming here, I'm gonna intercept with my staff here, and from here, I'm gonna bring it down right on top of the forehead, cracking open for self-defense, cracking open his skull, turning off the operating system for self-defense. So from here, it's in the backhand. Hello, Kathy Ann. It's good to see you. You're bringing it up, and you're either going to step in, closing the distance, taking away all of their range of motion. No matter what it is they're trying to strike you with, you bring it in here. This is the threat. I step in. You gain more speed, power, balance, coordination, everything with your forward motion. Or if you're not comfortable stepping in, step to the side. The threat's here. I'm going to bring my stick here in line with that threat, intercept it, and then you can turn over here. You can thrust straight in, Or again, my favorite, because it's so strong, make sure you have a good grip here. Bring it around your shoulder and see what I do with my shoulders and my hips. Turn to generate maximum force using this 1.25 inch piece of oak, all solid, well oiled. You picked it up for less than 10 bucks at your hardware store. You sand it really well. This is the perfect prepper self-defense tool because it's simply a walking stick. It's 36 inches. So you're walking down the street, you immediately bring it up and in, and this is what I want you to practice over and over. Justin says he likes to step in too. Practice stepping in. Now, I'm gonna back up a little so you can see. I just found the wall. I keep finding the wall in this place. It's a little bit shorter than the last virtual dojo, but this is working out really well. It's very nice and clean here. I love it here. So we're stepping in, right? So to practice, put it in one hand. I always want you to do both hands, both sides evenly. That's my left side. I got to practice that as many times as I'm going to practice this. That's the first motion. Step in, and then any strike you want. From here, you can just shove. If you stop his attack here, and it makes most sense to take this hard piece of oak and smash everything through his face for self-defense, do that. And then after you've smashed him, maybe strike him in the side of the head a few times for self-defense. Finish off with a hard thrusting motion to end the fight for self-defense. Fight's only over till you win, right? It's never over until you win. So from here, it's in this hand. Practice step in and then add some strike. Step in, add a strike. Step in, strike. Step in, my favorite strike. From here and just through. Once you've done that about 30 seconds in the right hand, put it in the left hand. One simple move to use with your self-defense walking stick, the perfect prepper when SHTF, when the stuff hits the fan, and you need to have just a little extra piece of protection or a lot. And who knows what else you've got for protection. You might carry something else with you, right? But that might not call for that all the time. You might just have to be using this from here to here. The other great thing about this length of walking stick, the perfect prepper self-defense SHTF tool, or the Hanbo, Japanese Hanbo, is that sticks are everywhere and you can find a stick that's gonna work for you. Keep watching the clock. I gotta get back teaching the kids. I wanna tell you something very important. They're very important to everybody. And I knew this was gonna happen. I didn't realize it was gonna happen so fast. I had taken about a 1.5 year break of teaching martial arts every single day, as I had been doing, like 10 hours a day. And during that time, and this is a story about not aging, but a story about how you move your body, right? So my body became less flexible because it wasn't stretching as much. I wasn't kicking as much. I wasn't doing what I used to do on a regular basis. It's easy to blame that on aging, but it's not. I had stopped doing the things that kept me flexible and I lost my flexibility. And then when I tried to get it back, I pulled stuff and I injured myself. And for the last 18 months, I've had pain every single day, every single night, especially in this hip. And I'm limping. Everybody's asking me, why are you limping? You look like an old man. Stop limping. Go see a doctor. Go see a surgeon. Have them give you a new hip. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Well, you're just getting old. You have to accept it. And I kept saying, no, it's not age. Yep, age maybe a little bit, right? I don't recover as fast. But I stopped moving in a certain way. And the consequence is I set myself up for injury. I got injured. Now I got to rehabilitate. And the reason I'm telling you is this. I started my rehabilitation plan 6 months ago, or 3 months ago, and I said I'm gonna have to step back up to where I was. I can't jump right back into it. That's how I got injured a year ago. So, but I got to this point where this last week, I have finally been able to stretch back out and get closer. I'm not there yet, but the pain continues to subside. I continue to have less pain. I'm not limping as much. I actually feel like I can run again. I'm doing things that I was always able to do, and you will be able to also. This is why I want to share it with you, because I know a lot of us are in the same boat where we feel like it's age, and it's not. It's how we move our body. Think about when was the last time you used your body in the way you want to use it now, and you can't. And you think, oh, it's because I'm old. It's not. Give yourself time, give yourself grace, get your ego out of the way, and do the stretching, do the movement, do the kind of exercises you need to do. Do not blame it on your age. We got to stop blaming it on age and start saying, I'm not moving the way I used to move. And we forget, when you were 19, 20, 21, you didn't have anything going on, and all you were doing was, messing around, or even younger than that. You didn't have a job, you didn't have kids, you didn't have bills, you didn't have stress, you didn't have Netflix to binge watch. And so you moved more, and now that you're moving less, you have consequences. Let's get back to this one move, because this is where I want to finish. I want to just reiterate it one more time. As you bring this up, be sure it's in your center line. And then after you step in and practiced, step back into the side. Think of two directions. You can go into the side or back into the side. They're both going to be right depending on the attack. When the attack is coming straight for you, go back into the side. From here, back into the side. See, that turns me off the angle? Now from here, add a strike. Then do that over and over. From here, change your strike every time. Or do striking combinations and then go back into this move. But practice getting off the angle and then adding a strike. And that's how you progress and you grow your skill with the Japanese Hanbo, the walking stick, or the Perfect Prepper Self-Defense tool for SHTF. And don't give up on your body so fast. Don't quit so soon. I started teaching the kids how to do the duck walk yesterday, and it has been so long. I used to pride myself in being able to do the duck walk because I would go in and out of the military and the National Guard, and every time I'd go back in, they'd make me do a duck walk to get back in, to go through. Anybody's ever been to MEPS, you know what I'm talking about. And I could always do it. And then a year ago, I tried it, and I couldn't even get close. But this week, and then I had massive soreness and pain 3 or 4 days in a row. I woke up this morning, I'm doing it with the kids today, and like I said, I'm not there yet, but I can do everything again. And you'll be able to do it too. Just don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. Don't quit. The fight's not over until you win. Almost everyone quits too soon. They're so close, but they give up too soon. Just keep going. Keep going. And stop saying what you can't do. This is my biggest, for the new year, this is the biggest thing that I want to impress upon everybody. Hey Chrissy, it's good to see you. When you start telling yourself or everybody else all the things you can't do or you won't do, then you limit yourself and you'll stop growing. And it's a slow, painful decline from there. So when you hear yourself saying, well, I'm not going to do that, I can't do that, I won't do that. They said that I'll never do that. Stop that. Stop doing that. Stop saying what you can't do. Stop saying what you won't do, and start saying yes. Say yes to so many things and try the things that are good for you that you want to do. Don't let anybody else tell you you can't. Almost everybody gives up too soon. Figure out this one move. Your hands on it. Step off the angle, strike. Step straight in, strike. But practice this one move from here to here. The threat is coming in, the punch, the knife, the stab, the grab, the punch. I come straight up. It intercepts because it's on the straight line. I'm going to intercept everything that's coming in here. If I want to intercept it faster, I step in and then smash, stopping the fight, turn off the brain, knock them out. It's for self-defense. Let the cops come pick them up. And it's just you and your self-defense tool. Your self-defense, homemade self-defense walking stick. If you want to see the basic components, it's in the links below. You get a dowel rod for less than $10, a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of oil, and you've got your Perfect Prepper self-defense tool. Practice over and over. Intercept, block is another word for that. Intercept, right? Intercept the threat, stepping in, intercept the threat, stepping at the angle, and then add your counter strike. One more time on the bag from here. It's one of the hardest strikes you're gonna make using your Perfect self-defense homemade fighting stick. So you guys have been awesome. I'm gonna go teach 5th graders. I've got 2 groups of 5th graders and then 5 more classes that come back here tonight. Let me show you, let me give you a quick update since you're here. This is the new virtual dojo. We moved in before Christmas. Took a while, but we really didn't get started in classes until today. I wanna show you something. This is really cool. I don't know if you can see out there. There's a little French bistro there. It's packed, and it's a French couple. They make amazing food. And but there's so much life and energy in this plaza. Look at that. That's a beautiful, sunny South Florida day. That's what that looks like. I don't know where you are. It's kind of weird living here after being in Ohio for my whole life. seeing all the snow that's coming everywhere. Because down here it couldn't be nicer, couldn't be more beautiful. I wanted to show you that because in the first part of this year, I'm planning on having a weekend, a training weekend for you to come down here if you can, and we'll do staff, cane, bow staff, nunchucks. We'll do all the different things, but we'll talk about practical self-defense and how you're gonna use it. Jimmy says he's got snow where he is. So I wanted you to see, just give you like a little taste of it, right? It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. The sun, the vitamin D that gets in your skin, you'll feel so much better. But we're gonna hold that here in South Florida. So much around here, so much life, so much energy, so much positivity, and everybody's wearing masks again. But it's temporary. Not everyone. A lot of the people who come down from New York and the East Coast, they all have. I just saw a lady with 2 masks on. I haven't worn a mask. I stopped wearing them before everybody else stopped wearing them. I just won't do it. So it's just my personal preference. I have super health, right? Because I take care of myself. You take care of yourself too. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Come down here and let's train in the first part of the year. MSW 001 or 01, yeah. Nice presentation, thank you. Thanks for the positive thoughts about the dojo. I'll see you guys in just a little bit later today.